Good evening, everyone. It is September 18th, 2023, and uh, I discussed this on the weekly outlook as well as yesterday's video for today's intraday action. That what I was looking for was some sort of boring, short covery ramp upwards today. And I was saying on the NQ, I didn't want to see us get above that Thursday low of day around 373 and 87 cents. On the ES or SPY, I was looking at I didn't really want to see us get above sort of the afternoon rally from this session, whatever that was, about 445.50 or so, right around here, kind of around that IB low to this afternoon rally high. I didn't want to see us exceed that. And you can see today that's what happened now. We did not. We were able to get this kind of short covering, low volume boring drift into the euro close. And then we drifted around the highs for a bit before a sell off into the close. So overall, I would look at this as a nice big win for the Bears. The action being that we have ran these stops to the upside, gotten the sell off, gotten a lower high relative to that thrust high, and it's a high volume sell and even a small gap right there. So have had lots of nice aggressive selling there, and now just a low volume, boring ramp job. So for tomorrow, what am I looking for? Same thing on the NQ, by the way, or the QQQ. Just a low volume green day after that big red high volume session. So for tomorrow, what am I looking for? Let's get into it. On the S&P, I'm looking for some sort of gap down or something like that. Uh, Idea being, I want to see us open below roughly this weekly low from September 7th or below this weekly low from last week. So I'd like to see some sort of open below these weekly lows, or at least below today's open at that 443 and what is that, 4 cents? Yeah, I'd like to see an open down there, probably a gap down, quite honest. And from there, I'd like to see this sort of area defended. I don't want to see buyers able to bid this up anymore. If we just go like this and turn off all this and like that, there we go. So I want to see us firmly get outside of this balance here, and you can see it again in action up there. So if this was your high time frame balance zone up here, and here's resistance, resistance turns into support, support, resistance, support, and hopefully we fall through and we can turn this into resistance once again. And we'll see if we can get some sort of covers perhaps somewhere down around that base, turning off those indicators, somewhere around here during this chop session that we had. Maybe there were some covers here or down here when we had this nice breakout in the afternoon on that Friday session. Other than that, not really looking for too much. I don't think this sell-off tomorrow, if we get it, will be some sort of insane, massive selling. I think it'll be, for the most part, just a nice drip downwards, kind of position the market a little bit on the short side ahead of this FOMC. I don't think we're going to be looking for any sort of massive moves. Keeping in mind, tomorrow all we have are building permits, and then we are waiting for that FOMC session. On the NASDAQ, similar ideas again. Low volume green day today, expecting that to just be short covering and then a further move downwards. I imagine getting into somewhere around here. Let's call it 364 to about 367 or something like that. 367 to 364, somewhere around there. So I would be looking for is, again, same as the S, breaking these weekly lows, getting it open somewhere down around here. Don't want to see us really get above much over here, this primary support and resistance. I want to see us get into this 364 or lower. Again, perhaps some temporary covers from this session that we were just rotating around inside of on that Monday, or perhaps we get down a little bit lower into sort of this area. Maybe I did not copy and paste that over. Yeah, or we can make it on the fly. Something like this here. Let's see. Something like that. That looks pretty good. there you go. There we are. Something like that. That looks like a decent level. Maybe a little bit higher. You guys get the idea. So overall, looking for some sort of red session followed by covers below 365, let's call it, and then a quiet close, and we can have our FOMC session. So that's all I have for you guys. Able to finally keep this thing below a 10-minute long video. Hope that makes sense. Hope that helps. Again, looking for selling during this overnight session. So far, the NQ holding this primary resistance, it looks like, kind of around here, holding that during the overnight. What's the ES doing? Yeah, ES is similar, kind of holding that 07-ish area, 06, 07. Yeah, that primary resistance and support zone right around here. So looks like we are possibly on our way to gapping down. We'll see what we get. Have a great night. Trade safe.